Hey everyone, Peter from Rochelle Intermodal here. Finally, what we've all been waiting for, the N-scale scale trains T4 GEVOs. So, were they worth the wait? Well, let's go find out. Right, so let's see what's inside these. First impressions, very nice box, very smart looking box, unlike the normal plastic boxes from the other manufacturers. As you can see, in N-scale, they've only brought out the river counter series at the moment, unlike in HO where they've got the river counter and operator series. But not complaining about that, just means there's extra detail. So let's see what's inside here. So inside we've got a basic manual which gives you all the details of the locomotive, information about the CVs, and then all the different functions. So quite comprehensive for a small manual, but it gives you all the details to get your locomotive up and running, and you can see exactly what features it has, which is quite good. I'm sure you can find out more from their website and from YouTube. Okay, so let's have a look at the model itself. So that is what the model looks like. It's very similar to HO. I think it's the Athearn Genesis range that has this very similar kind of box where it's got the foam inserts, and then it's got the plastic sleeve which comes off here, and then almost identical to the HO packaging in the Genesis range, it's got this little lift off, and then here's the locomotive itself. So you can see here it's got the protection for the railings, which is pretty common on locomotives, and Okato does a similar thing. And first glance, it's a very impressive looking model. In part 2 of this, I'll go more into the detail and the close-up of the all the fine intricate details on this, because I can just see there are plenty of them, which is what I suppose you expect from a river counter scale trains model. So first of all, we're going to put this on the track, and I'm just keeping it at 0. Number 3 for now. I haven't programmed it yet for the cab number, so I'm just going to use the normal 03 basic number to get it started, and we'll see what this sounds like. Now this, as you can hear there, it does make sounds for the splitters when the engine is off, when the prime mover is off, which is quite nice for when it's sitting in the yard. So I'm now going to put the microphone close to the locomotive and run the startup sequence. So that's the startup sequence. Very nice sound. First impressions, it's they've done a great job of capturing those sounds between ESU and scale trains. Very nice sound from the speakers. I'm not sure at the moment how many speakers I've got in there or what type of speakers I've got, but it does sound very nice. Okay, so I'm going to just do a couple of the functions. The first one is the headlight. I'm going to hit function 0. So there you've got the headlight there, and I'm going to see what the numbers are here. So you've also got function 6 does the ditch lights, Okay, so you can see them there, and switch off again. F12 is the headlight dimmer. So if I hit this button now, you can see the headlight dims and the ditch lights go off. So I hit it back onto full beam again, and the headlight fades up, which is nice, and ditch lights come back on again. Right, so I will now play the bell. Now you'll hear that's the way it stops. You can tell that's an electronic bell. I'm not a huge fan of electronic bells. I like the good old-fashioned bell that's just fades out when it switches off, the normal traditional air bell. But a lot of these modern locomotives have all got the electronic bell. Just wish they'd just program it so that it fades out rather than just cuts off, which doesn't sound great for, well, as far as I'm concerned anyway, but some of you might not mind that. Okay, so here's the horn. And you can hear the bell comes on at the same time, just like the prototype does, which is quite a good function. You can obviously change any of these via the CVs, or if you've got the lock programmer, you can change what all the buttons do, what all the function buttons do, and especially if you've got the lock programmer, you can choose whether to have the bell sounding with the horn or not, depending on your prototype. But this is obviously done as per this particular BNSF prototype. So one other sound I can play is the Radiator, which is the Radiator sound rather is F11. Again, a nice realistic sound as well. We've also got F3, which is the coupler. I'm going to press F3 again. So nice, loud, realistic coupler sounds from that. So there's some other sounds as well, which I can't play at the moment. I'm on my Digitrax throttle, which has only got 12 functions. But they at F17 you've got the brake set and release. You've got various spitters, you can switch them on and off. Sanding valves, another compressor. It goes up to F20 on the functions, which is quite nice. So if you've got the wire throttle, you'll be able to access all of those, which is great. Either that or engine driver on the Android. Okay, so I'm now going to give it a run and see what it sounds like when it's running. Okay, so let's hear what this sounds like. I'm just going to run it a bit along the track and you'll hear the various sounds. That's quite nice. You can hear the compressors coming on every now and then. I'll just wait for this to stop and then I'll bring it back again. Okay, I'm going to put it into reverse and bring it back. Now, I'm not sure if you heard, but when you change direction, you can actually hear the reverser going into action. So I'm just going to put it into forward again. Now you can hear the reverser click in, and I'm just going to put it in reverse again. So that's just a nice extra feature, nice extra sound, just makes it a lot more realistic. So I'm going to put it into forward again, and I'm going to hit drive hold which on this is F9, and then we're going to ramp this up all the way up to notch 8. So there we go, it's taking it up to notch 8, which is a nice volume, really nice sounds as it goes between the notches. And we'll take it back down to idle again. It's nice hearing the turbos wound down. And now it's back in idle. So I'm very impressed with the sound on this. They've done a great job with the ESU to get the perfect sounds. The volumes are great, and I haven't adjusted any volumes. This is just straight out of the box. You can obviously adjust it depending on how you want your how loud you want your locomotives. Obviously, if you've got a yard full of these, it could be quite loud. But it's quite a nice volume to start off with. Right. So now I'm going to go into shutdown mode. So I'm going to press F8 again, and we'll hear it go into shutdown. So now the prime mover is switched off, and you'll hear while it's sitting there, it's still making the spitting sounds, which is obviously what the real ones do as well. They'll just be sitting there completely silent, apart from the spitters going off every now and then. Well, I'm sure you'll agree with me, they've nailed the sound on that one. Very impressive. Are the details as good as the sound? Well, we'll have to find out in part 2, when I show you a close-up of all the details they have. So please be sure to subscribe if you don't already. Just click on the subscribe button down below and click on the little bell icon to get notifications as soon as I've uploaded a video. So keep an eye out for a video coming soon, and thanks for watching.